Good morning from my chair here on my back porch. I get to stay home for a week, so I'm really enjoying my backyard, my neighbor's backyard. It's mighty pretty. It's a beautiful day. Getting ready to cool down a little bit. I think today's going to be the last warm day for a while. So checking out the garden and where we're at. It's August 30th, 2023. These are my teddy bears. My favorite sunflowers. I have lots of others. They come back year after year. Some scarlet runners coming up in the sunflowers. Miss Bella and her ball. So these are the sunnies. I've got them in several places this year, and I'm just going to expand on that because they're really low maintenance and they're showy. They attract a lot of bees, a lot of other bugs. Look how big that head is right there, just ready. I have a lot of yellow finches coming to these ones right here. The ones by my porch got gigantic. I bet they're 15 feet tall here. Down below, some pinkies, the clematis. You're going to see a lot of cosmos. I had a bunch of seeds, so I just threw them everywhere, knowing we would not be here this spring. And they did not disappoint. I also planted some back here. We've got a lot of volunteer trees coming up. It's so exciting. It's going to be a little more private here in the next year or two. But I planted some sunny seeds here to fill in, and it really, I like it. Look at all the bees. They're so cool. Good morning, Mr. Bee. So, going down through here, I have a lot more cosmos. My strawberries are really booming and multiplying. I started with very small plants, and I overwintered them with hay, which was something new, and it worked pretty well as they survived. You lose a lot of stuff every year. It's just part of being in such a weird climate. Cold. Oh. Airbush. This little shady corner has some cute succulents in it. Miniature lilacs. A volunteer tree. Can't beat it. My forsythia is struggling, not liking the weather. There's the malva. This was given to me as a plant by the next door neighbor 2 years ago. And yeah, it comes back on its own. Cool plant. Rhubarb. And there's the field and the beaver fence. So he can't come up here and eat our trees. More sunnies, and the lupin is finished blooming. Pulling back, everything's finishing up here. Fire pit, more cosmos. It takes over after the bleeding heart stops, and the lilies. So it's a good filler late in the year. Lilies. These are scarlet runners. It's a purple bean. really super easy to grow. I never eat it really. I save the seeds for next year because it just makes such a pretty vine and pretty flowers. I see hummingbirds here. Again, cosmos. We cut the roses clear to the ground this year, and they really fared pretty well. It smells amazing right here. Pink and red. This is my cherry tree that died, and the rootstock is growing. So I'm just going to let it grow and see what it is. It's a placeholder. Perennial beds with lilies that are finished, lupin that's finished. More scarlet runners. That's the dead cherry tree I just covered with the vine. It works. A little bit of a rock art, you'll see that in some of the videos. We just make it with rhubarb leaves and concrete. You can totally hear the water from Vic's pool over there. It's really soothing. So anyway, this is the yard. My little cubby hole. Underneath, Rob built a shed under the porch, and that made me a nice little hideaway in the shade. It does have a lot of spiders. I hope you have a terrific day. I plan on enjoying this one, soaking up some solitude, and counting my blessings, because I certainly have a lot of them. Happy girls.